welcome to my channel Made by Malia. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my seaside seashell top. I really hope that you love this piece as much as I do. So if you're ready, let's get started.